Imagine sitting across from someone who listens, truly listens, without interrupting, without judging, without immediately trying to fix you or tell you what to do. Someone who creates a space so safe that you can finally say the things you've been holding inside for years. That's not just a conversation. That's counseling. And for millions of people around the world, it's been the difference between simply surviving and actually living. Today, we're going to explore why counseling matters, how it actually works, and why seeking help isn't weakness. It's one of the bravest things you can do. Here's what counseling isn't. It's not your friend giving you advice over coffee, and it's not your family member telling you what they think you should do. Counseling is a professional relationship built on evidence-based practices, therapeutic techniques, and a foundation of confidentiality that creates something truly unique. When you work with a trained counselor, you're entering a relationship designed specifically for your growth, your healing, and your transformation. The counselor doesn't impose their values or push their solutions onto you. Instead, they guide you through a process of discovery, helping you find your own answers using proven therapeutic methods. And here's something powerful. Research consistently shows that the quality of the relationship between counselor and client is one of the strongest predictors of positive outcomes. It's not just about the techniques, it's about the human connection formed in that therapeutic space. So what happens when you actually start counseling? Typically, it begins with an assessment phase where you and your counselor identify the issues you're facing, set goals together, and create a treatment plan tailored specifically to you. Sessions usually happen weekly or bi-weekly, lasting about 50 minutes, though this can vary depending on your needs and the type of therapy being used. But here's what makes counseling different from other helping relationships. Your counselor brings specialized training, professional objectivity, and ethical guidelines that friends and family simply can't provide. They create a space where you can explore painful emotions, examine unhelpful patterns, and experiment with new ways of being, all without fear of judgment or consequences outside that room. It's a laboratory for your emotional and psychological growth. Now, you might be wondering, what kind of counseling is right for me? While there are hundreds of specific approaches, most counseling today draws from 8 core theoretical orientations. There's psychodynamic counseling, which explores how your unconscious mind and childhood experiences shape your present behavior. Think of it as detective work into your own psychological patterns. Person-centered counseling trusts your innate ability to heal yourself when given the right conditions of acceptance and empathy. Cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, focuses on the connection between your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, teaching you practical skills to challenge unhelpful thinking patterns. Behavioral counseling zeroes in on changing specific problem behaviors using learning theory principles. Then there's Gestalt therapy, which brings you into present-moment awareness and helps you integrate fragmented parts of yourself through creative techniques. Existential counseling tackles the big questions: meaning, freedom, death, and authenticity, treating you not as someone with a disorder, but as a human being grappling with universal challenges. Many counselors today practice integratively, drawing from multiple approaches to meet your unique needs rather than forcing you into one theoretical box. And for those seeking quick, practical solutions, solution-focused brief therapy helps you envision your desired future and take manageable steps toward it, often in just 3 to 8 sessions. The beautiful truth is that there's an approach that can work for virtually anyone. But let's talk about what counseling actually does for people. At its most fundamental level, it provides emotional validation and reduces the profound loneliness that often accompanies psychological struggle. Simply being heard without judgment is healing in itself. Counseling increases self-awareness, helping you understand your emotions, recognize patterns in your thoughts and behaviors, and see how past experiences influence your present functioning. This awareness enables more conscious, intentional choices rather than unconscious reactions. You acquire practical coping skills for managing stress, regulating emotions, communicating effectively, and solving problems. These aren't just therapy room skills. They're life skills that build resilience and adaptive capacity. Counseling also creates space for emotional processing. So many psychological difficulties involve unprocessed feelings: grief that hasn't been mourned, anger that hasn't been expressed, trauma that hasn't been integrated. The counseling relationship provides a safe container where these emotions can finally be felt and worked through. For relationship struggles, Counseling enhances your interpersonal skills, communication patterns, and ability to establish healthy boundaries. And perhaps most profoundly, counseling can lead to genuine personal growth and self-actualization. Many people come not just to relieve symptoms, but to explore their values, live more authentically, discover greater meaning and purpose, and become the person they aspire to be. So when should you actually seek counseling? The truth is, you don't need to wait for a crisis. Consider reaching out if you're experiencing persistent sadness, anxiety, or mood changes lasting more than 2 weeks. If emotional or psychological difficulties are interfering with your ability to function at work, school, or home, professional support can help. Relationship problems that aren't improving despite your best efforts, whether with partners, family, or colleagues, often benefit from counseling. Major life transitions like divorce, job loss, or serious illness are important times to get support. And if you're experiencing substance abuse issues, self-harm, suicidal thoughts, or emotional numbness, please seek help immediately. These are urgent signs. But remember, counseling isn't only for crisis moments. Many people seek counseling for personal growth, to understand themselves better, improve their relationships, or address patterns that limit their potential. Even feeling stuck, directionless, or searching for meaning and purpose are valid reasons to reach out. Seeking counseling is an act of courage and self-care, not weakness. Whether you're struggling with specific symptoms, navigating difficult life circumstances, or simply wanting to live a more fulfilling and authentic life, professional counseling can guide you toward greater well-being and life satisfaction. The most important conversation you'll ever have might just be the one where you finally ask for help. And that conversation could change everything.